What's up everyone, this is Paul here from Gamamori. Today I'm going to review the new iPad mini, which is available right now in 16, 32 and 64 gigabytes. They come in two different colors. You can get the black and the slate or the white and the silver. Now what I have here, I have the black and the slate one here, and this one is the 32 gigabyte version. Now it comes with the dual-core A5 chip, and that's the same exact chip as the iPad 2 used to have. The size of the unit is 7.87 inches high, and it's 5.3 inches wide. The screen size is 1024 by 768, and that's a 7.9 inch diagonal LCD. It has 163 pixel per inch, which is a non-retina display, and it also has a built-in 16.3 watt per hour lithium polymer battery, which can last you approximately up to 10 hours of activity. Now, after playing around with the unit a bit, it feels and looks exactly like the larger version of it. But the only thing that I miss about it a lot is that it does not have the Retina display, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me. I don't know why Apple took the shortcut on this. Even they put it on the iPod Touch, why they couldn't put it on this one. Now on the front we have the 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera, capable of 720p recording. On the bottom we have our home button, as usual on any Apple device. On the top we have three things. The first thing that we have here is the power button on top here. In the middle we have our microphone. And we also have our 3.5mm stereo headphone mini jack. On the right side of the unit we have our volume up and down buttons right here, and we also have this switch here which can be configured in settings to be either your mute switch or your screen rotation lock switch. On the bottom of the unit we have two things. We have the two speaker outputs, and also we have the lightning connector output. Now if you see that if I plug this connector in, it locks in pretty damn good. As you can see, I can hang the unit off from it and it still doesn't come loose. And just so you can hear the sound, what it sounds like from the speaker, I'm going to put up the Gamamori song from YouTube. And actually the speakers, I can tell you for what it is, it sounds pretty damn good. The left side of the unit is left blank. There's nothing else here other than the nice rounded edges. On the back of the unit though we have only one thing, which is the 5 megapixel rear facing camera, and we do not have the LED light like we have it on other models. Now if we put the unit up for the weight test, you can see that it comes in at 306 grams, which is great compared to the iPad 4's 652 gram. For size comparison, I put the three units next to each other. I have the iPad 3 on the left, and I have the iPad mini in the middle, and we also have the newly released iPod Touch 5th generation. And thickness-wise, you can see that the iPad mini is a hair thinner than the iPad 3. The iPad mini comes with the map software, which is now capable of also doing 3D maps like on other iOS devices. And we also have Siri, which I played around with, and a lot of times I found that Siri misunderstands what I'm asking from it, so it's giving me the wrong answer to it. I was very surprised to see that there was no panoramic option on the iPad mini like there is on the iPod Touch. The only thing that it was giving me option-wise is putting the grid on the screen. Now for those who like playing games on the iPads, I tested a few games like the Real Racing 2 HD, and I gotta tell you, with the 3-axis gyro and accelerometer, you can use this unit just to steer your car around. I also tried FIFA Soccer, and it was giving me no trouble whatsoever. It was playing everything flawlessly, the graphics was displayed perfectly on screen, and even on Dragonville I found that a lot of times when I played it on the older version of the iOS devices, it lagged a lot, and not on this one. I gotta tell you, one of my favorite things on this unit, as well as on other iOS devices, is the AirPlay. Now, with the latest Wi-Fi technology, it's a breeze. Once you set it up, it will mirror everything from your device onto your big screen. So every content that you have, let there be videos or pictures or music or browse the internet or just flipping through your home screen, it will put everything on your big screen flawlessly. And also, if you see, if I open up the browser, it shows it to you in a vertical position, but if I turn the unit horizontal, it will flip the screen on the big screen as well. and vice versa. So you can see it just mirrors everything that you do on your small unit on the big screen. Now this mirroring is great when you're playing games, and as you can see in Real Racing 2, you can see that the device will not mirror everything completely on the big screen, but it will give you some of the information on the unit. So it's almost like a heads-up display for the game, and you can obviously use it like your steering wheel just to turn it left and right to steer your car, and you have some of the information on the unit for your speed and how many laps you have left and things like that. So some of the games will not necessarily mirror every single thing. Like for instance in FIFA Soccer here, as you can see, it mirrors everything on the big screen that you have on the small. Overall, the iPad mini is not a bad looking little device. I think that it's still far from perfect. It's missing a lot of things that I think that would be really needed for this unit, like the LED light on the back, for instance, as well as it misses the Retina display, which is kind of surprising to me that Apple took the shortcut on this, because they proved it that they can put the Retina display even on smaller devices than this, and this is not an inexpensive unit that they couldn't use the Retina display on it for the price that they ask for it. If you compare it to some of the units that have the Retina display, you can see that it looks much crispier on the Retina display devices, and even on the iPod Touch 5th generation, which has a smaller screen but higher resolution than the iPad mini does. That's it for my review. Thank you for watching, and come back again soon for another one.